I just have a couple of quick ones for you. Deontay Wilder has turned out to be a pretty good heavyweight champion. What makes you think you can beat him?
Your opinion on him being a pretty good heavyweight champion, that's your opinion alone. I don't think anybody else agrees with you on that one. But I don't see any fundamental skills. I don't see any success in his part. He's been champ for about 4 years. He hasn't grown. He hasn't changed. Yeah, he's got a big right hand, but don't we all in the heavyweight division, we all have knockout power. So I think I'm walking into a fight where I'm the more skilled, more athletic, and bigger, stronger guy.
All right. Well, fair enough. One more thing, Dom, training with Virgil Hunter now. What has he brought to the table for you?
A little bit of everything, man. I don't see how I've come this far in my career. 10 years of boxing now, and haven't learned some of the fundamental basics that he restructured me and got me back to. Yeah, they've always been there because I've had some great amateur training and some great young pro experience. But he was able to bring a lot more out in my fundamentals as far as the way I use my jab and how I use it, and other things that we plan on using in our game plan May 18th.
Hey, Dominic.
Hey, Dan. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, thank you. I heard you say you were looking forward to having a big knockout in this fight. My question for you is, you have a lot of knockouts, as Steven Espinoza mentioned in your record, but how badly would you like a knockout in this specific fight, given all the animosity that's been going on between yourself and Wilder that stems back from your issues a couple years ago in Birmingham?
Going in every fight is probably the biggest fight of your life, and I'm always looking for a huge knockout, something to impress the fans and impress the boxing community. At the same time, I'm never looking for it. I'm never trying to search and trying too hard to get the knockout. I always just let it come. But this one, it's going to be a lot better success. It's going to be a lot better sweep in May 18th, the night after I win the title, if I get a knockout. No, don't get me wrong. A win's a win, but at the same time, I want to impress the world. I want to impress the boxing community, and a big knockout. When I say big knockout, one where my right hand and my left hand, makes contact and he goes out, doesn't get back up.
So I understand that would be big, obviously, just in the sense of how big the fight would be as far as winning the title and all. But just from a personal satisfaction standpoint, again, because of, I've as long as I've watched you fight your whole career, I've not known Dominic Breazeale to really have any particular animosity with his opponents. It's a job, it's what you do. Obviously, it's a little different with Wilder. So what would be the personal satisfaction of that, besides just the great accomplishment to win the heavyweight belt?
Definitely the personal things on the outside of the ring, the revenge, the fact that you approached myself, my wife and kids in a situation that was not boxing related. The gratification and the fact that I get my personal revenge, knocking out Deontay Wilder is a lot bigger than just an actual win or KO or on any other given night.
So in your one loss, which was the fight for the title, for the other title against Joshua back in 2016. I know you've won 3 fights by knockout in a row against some solid opposition. But in the fight against AJ, you did get knocked down 2 times and stopped in the 7th round. I think a lot of people, punch for punch, would regard Deontay as a bigger puncher for one shot than Joshua. So I guess the question is, how do you think that you can stand up to his right hand if Joshua was able to get you?
I think I've grown a lot in the last 2 years as a fighter. The Joshua fight was an eye opener. It was a good experience. I learned then that I was standing there a lot more and taking some damage that I didn't need to take as the big guy that I am. We are, like I said earlier. Wilder's got a big right hand, but so do I, and I've got a big left hook. This is the heavyweight division. If you don't got knockout power, you got no reason to be in this division. Wilder's gonna throw some leather. He's gonna make some contact. Yeah, by all means, it's boxing. It's all about hitting and not getting hit. I don't plan on getting hit a lot May 18th, and if I do, I've been there and I've done that before. But at the same time, I plan on putting on all the punishment, and if the right hand comes, so be it. I got to deal with it. It's part of boxing.
All right, I just have one more question for you. I know this is your opportunity to once again fight for the title. If you talk to boxing fans out there, they look at the heavyweight division sort of deep at the moment compared to what it's been, but they pretty much look at Joshua and Wilder with the hardware, and also Tyson Fury with the draw against Wilder plus being the lineal champion, and they're sort of like the 3 at the top, and a lot of good guys right behind them, yourself included. But they want to see those 3 guys fight. Obviously, you have the opportunity to sort of upset that possibilities. But what do you say to the boxing public that is like, nothing against Dominic Breazeale, nothing against Andy Ruiz, who's going to fight Joshua in a couple of weeks, or against Tom Schwartz, who's fighting Fury, but we want to see these guys fight each other? What is your statement on that as far as the way that people look at the heavyweight division right now?
You know, I don't disagree with the boxing fans, only because I'm a boxing fan myself. Of course, you always want to see the title holders or the best of the best fight each other. But right now, I think those 5 names that you mentioned, myself, Andy Ruiz, Tyson Fury, Wilder, and Joshua, we are the top of the division, and the fans are getting what they want to see. They're getting explosive heavyweight fights. When I fight Wilder May 18th, it's not going to be a small fest. It's not going to be boring. It's going to be action-packed. It's going to be, you know, a big punch after big punch, and the same with Joshua and Andrew Ruiz. I'm excited to be part of the division. I'm excited to be where I am now standing. I'm also super excited to be the spoiler, man. You know, Wilder's had one hell of a deal on the table with whatever he was working with Joshua, and I think he should have taken it because come May 18th, and then I'm going to ruin everything. And not that I'm going to put my name in that hat with Joshua, but I definitely want my revenge against Joshua as well. So we're going to mix some things up here in the near future. My way to do that is to get my WBC title, and that's what I plan on doing.
Thank you so much. Hi, Dominic. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Doing pretty well. Can't complain. My first question is, after the fight against Eric Molina back in 2017, you were kind of inactive for a year, and you just returned to the ring against Carlos Negron late last year. Do you feel that fight against Carlos might have shook some ring rust and maybe helped you prepare for the fight against Deontay Wilder?
Yeah, I think definitely. Anytime you have a little bit of a layoff, a little bit of ring rust, and you don't, of course, feel it until fight night itself. But I'm glad I was able to get in there December 22nd, do what I did against Carlos Negron. I'm happy to be getting back in the ring as soon as I am now for the WBC title shot. There wasn't a long layoff between me getting out of the ring December 22nd, taking a couple of days off for Christmas and New Year's, and getting right back into the gym in January. So I think, like I said earlier, I've had a great camp. I've had a lot less layoff than usual in the past, and all cylinders are firing.
During that time between the Molina fight and the Carlos Negron fight, I mean, was it tough having to wait, essentially more than a year before you knew you would get that opportunity to face Deontay, since you did win a title eliminator against Molina a couple of years back? Yeah,
it's definitely tough. I won the WBC title eliminator against Carlos Molina, and then to be told that, it's going to be sometime 6 months, 7 months, which turned into, I think, about almost a year. That was very tough because I'm one of those guys that stays in the gym, whether I'm sparring, every other day or sparring once a week. I'm always in the gym and I'm always working. Sometimes that can take a toll on you. But fortunately, in my favor, it worked out great. I got another fight against Carlos Negron and defended the WBC mandatory, and here I am, year and a half later, getting ready to fight for the world title. So in a sense, it kept me motivated. It kept me working.